In the land of the Gadarene Demoniacs, it's a multitude, a mass, the herd of swine being manipulated into a coming mass destruction. The herd of swine as opposed to the flock of rational sheep. Today the world looks more and more like the land of the Gadarene Demoniacs. The manipulated mass is driven to mass destruction as the threats mount: nuclear holocaust, biological weapons, pandemics, world war, regional wars, economic poverty, hunger from repeated imposed crises, energy crisis, natural disasters due to and climate change, generalized stereotypical uniformity, global totalitarianism, post-democracy in a digital Orwellian era. At that time, coming to Jesus in the country of the Gadarene Demoniacs, men from the city who had demons for many years raised up to him, and Jesus asked them, saying, "What is your name?" And they said, "They say they are many demons. A legion of demons have entered into him," and he begs him not to order them to go to the abyss. And there was a herd of able-bodied pigs grazing on the mountain, and they begged him to allow them to enter them, and he allowed them. And when the demons came out of the man, they entered the pigs, and the herds rushed down the slope into the lake and suffocated, according to Luke 8:26-39. The narration is distinguished by two levels of comparison. Contrast the herd of swine with the herd of rational sheep. Contrast unit man and crowd herd. The demons exit the man and enter the herd of pigs that precipitates. The reference is clear: the mass, the impersonal crowd, the alienated and subjugated, manipulated crowd that follows and is swept along by the current is the growth ecosystem of the unclean spirits. The legion captures the cowed multitude and directs it to mass destruction. The opposite of the pig crowd is the flock crowd. Here too there can be a destructive model, but the analogy is different as the flock follows the good shepherd. There is a guide, there is salvation, the herd is saved. The black sheep that will be cast off as a deserter can be rejoined as the flock of rational sheep remains fixed in its place and unbroken in its unity. This is also the offer of the immovable herd, faith in timeless, universal values, and not only. He defines a community with his attitudes and ensures the perpetuation of the community by providing the opportunity for the outcast to return. There is cooperation in the plan of salvation. Shepherd and flock together they save. But when the herdsmen saw the birth, they fled and reported to the city and to the fields. Here, that is the shepherds, when they saw the birth of Christ. Here we have another evangelization of the shepherds. The shepherds are witnesses of the joyous event of redemption, of the final release from its bonds, and they announce it. The herd of pigs represents the mass, while the flock of rational sheep represents society. The herd of pigs represents the self-destructive mass, while the flock of rational sheep represents a prosperous society of peaceful coexistence. Globalization in the conditions that it occurs is the biggest example of the cowering of society with all the risks it entails. This is from Deepen News. I've translated this from a Greek article. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.